All right, welcome back to the Artist Connection podcast. This is Matt Kasar here with today's very special guest, Donica Knight. Welcome.
Hey there. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course, you're calling me all the way from beautiful Alabama.
I know, and I'm talking to you all the way in Pennsylvania.
Nice, that's right.
We got a long distance, but thank goodness for telephone.
Sure do, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Clear connection.
Well, we just listened to your brand new single, Love Ain't a Prize, and that's out on November 1st in wide release. I already saw on Amazon is there for pre-order and iTunes as well. Great track. Absolutely love it.
Thank you so much. I'm just proud about that puppy and Love Ain't a Prize. And it is available for purchase on my website right now.
I saw that too, yep.
Cool. I wanted to make it available to my fans and my friends so that they could come to my website first and get it there. But it's also going to be iTunes, Amazon, all sorts of your favorite type of distributions November 1st, which is right around the corner.
Boy, it's really something to kind of tread all those different waters, all those different outlets and places for people to go to things. It's exciting for a fan, but for you, is it hard to manage all those different places to put your music?
Heck, I didn't even know there were so many different places
I know.
that a song could be distributed, because I know that it's going to be distributed in over 100 types of places where people can go purchase it or listen to it, and it just boggles my mind because I'm used to iTunes or Amazon,
sure.
And those are the two big ones that I'm used to hearing about. But there's so many different formats that I learned recently, and I'm just proud. I have somebody that's helping me distribute the music.
Oh, good.
But I've been there all along the way, making the decisions and learning everything behind it that I could. And I'm just being a little sponge and absorbing as much as I can about the music business and music. And, yeah.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you hear the horror stories of bands and artists, especially in the early days of music, who just didn't know anything at all about how the music business works and just how much money they lost along the way. It's really sad. So many sad stories.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of horror stories that can make a lot of people not want to be in the music business if they hear those stories. But I've been very fortunate. I got some guardian angels that are strong, and I've just been blessed. I've been so blessed to have be surrounded by people that love me and support me and give me the best decisions that they can make in order for me to make my decisions. So I have some great mentors, and I've been very fortunate along my way.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good to hear.
Thanks, Matt.
You know, one of the things that struck me about the song, and of course, you know, when I'm listening to a single from an artist and your name is on it, I know it's going to be a Donica Knight song, so I'm listening to the voice, and I love your voice. Powerful, you know, soft where it needs to be. But the other thing that struck me about the single is the instruments. I mean, my God, there's some banjo in there. I love the bass playing, the guitar, of course, everything. Just the instruments are all so crisp and just a great song.
Thank you. I really take pride in what you said, because I've been in the music industry for a couple of years now, and this single, Love Ain't a Prize, and this whole EP and record that's coming out in January is the first time that I can say that I've been there every step of the way. I wrote every song.
Nice.
And I'm so proud to say that, because I've been, beforehand, I've recorded several songs that I haven't written, and they're pitched to me, and I fell in love with them. And I was really listening to the people around me that I was working with, instead of it being vice versa, where I'm the artist, and I want to be myself, and it's the first time I've written all my songs, and I'm 100% me, what I want to say, and this Love Ain't a Prize, when you said each instrument sounds different and crisp, it just, this whole process took a long time, and and each instrument was picked out individually for
Yeah.
each song. Love Ain't a
Tell.
Prize. My producer Jim, wanted to showcase at least one instrument per track. And on Love Ain't a Prize, I love banjo,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was the track that we got to shine the banjo instrument. And then later on my EP that's coming out at the beginning of January, you're going to hear and be surprised to have saxophone, because I love sax, and I'm a big rock and roll girl. I love rock and roll, so every song has guitars in it and has some cool guitars. And if you listen real carefully to Love Ain't a Prize, we had this really talented guy named Darwin Johnson on bass, and he's such a talented player, musician. He plays for Colby Calais and Adam Lambert, and he nailed it on the bass lick. There's a cool some little subtle bass licks that you can hear embedded into the tracks, and I was so excited that he was able to get those out, and that we were able to let those shine in those moments, and I'm just proud about this track.
Yeah, the bass definitely jumped out at me right away, because the bass, historically is an instrument that you more so feel than necessarily hear in a song if you're not listening for it, but when you really listen and that comes out and surprises you, my God, it was really something.
Yay!
Good stuff.
Looks like we achieved what we wanted.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. Let's talk about Alabama a little bit. I read that you're from Millbrook, Alabama. I'm not exactly sure where that is. I was down in Alabama earlier this year for a week. I was down in Birmingham.
Okay. Perfect. I'm an hour away from Birmingham.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So Birmingham's just up the road, and I don't know if you know where Montgomery is, but Millbrook is right beside Montgomery, which is the state capital.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Birmingham's a bigger city than Montgomery, but Montgomery is still one of our largest cities in Alabama, and it takes 10 minutes for me to be in Montgomery and an hour to be in Birmingham. So I got the best of both worlds. I'm in Millbrook, which is a smaller town, and it's not as populated, and there's not traffic. But I can hop in my vehicle, and in 10 minutes I will be in Montgomery. It's not like L.A. in the traffic in the big cities, where if you want to go 10 miles, all it takes you around here is 10 minutes to get there. It's like a mile a minute, or a minute a mile.
Yeah.
Whereas in Los Angeles, so I have learned, if you want to go 10 miles, just prepare to be in the car for an hour and a half.
I can't imagine that. Yeah. I've never been to Los Angeles, but I have friends that are out there, and I talk to people that live there on the show, of course, and when I just see it on television, just like 4 lanes of traffic each side stopped, I just think, how does anyone get any business done? How could you even plan on being at a meeting at a certain time when you don't know how long it's going to take?
It's crazy.
Must be.
The traffic's crazy. And the thing that's even crazier is them darn motorcycle folks that come speeding right by you, and it's like, are you asking to get up?
Yep.
Because they just come speeding, and granted, don't get me wrong, I love motorcycles. My dad's leaving for Bike Week Thursday, which is tomorrow. Like, we're big motorcycle folks, and he builds custom choppers, and we love bikes, but I guess
you can't take them down the middle like that. You can't.
I love my life. I love my father, and he loves his life. And
Right.
we don't go driving like maniacs.
No, you're right.
That's just not smart.
No.
There's a lot of dumb drivers, and I'll admit, sometimes I'm one of those dumb drivers. And so I don't know about all that weaving in and out of traffic.
Yeah, it doesn't seem terribly safe, and we have it here too up in Pennsylvania. I was telling you that I'm right in the middle of. I have an hour to get down to Philadelphia, and about an hour and change the other way to go to New York City. So I'm right in the middle, but we don't have as much traffic.
You're a perfect location too.
My God, I love it, because I can still live in a small-ish town, but get to those places relatively quickly. And yeah.
Well, then we understand each other then.
Absolutely.
Like, you got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You got your area where you can